Imagine a morning like this. You've just opened your eyes. The room is still. No one is calling your name. No alarm clock ringing. Just the gentle rhythm of your breath and that blurry transition between sleep and reality. You might still feel tired, maybe a little dizzy, or perhaps you feel nothing in particular. But do you know something? It's precisely in that moment, while you're still lying in your familiar bed, that your brain is at its most vulnerable all day. After many years working alongside hundreds of older patients, I've come to realize a truth. It's not stress. It's not intense physical activity. It's those first 30 minutes after waking up that are the most fragile for your heart and your brain. Because that's when blood pressure starts to rise. Blood vessels are still constricted from sleep. Your body is mildly dehydrated, though you don't feel it. And if you forget to take your medication, if you drink coffee before eating anything, if you stand up too quickly or rush to check messages, social media, all of those things, seemingly harmless, are silent triggers for a stroke you never saw coming. I'm Dr. James Elwood, a health and nutrition specialist in the United States. For more than 20 years, I haven't just worked in clinics. I've had the privilege of listening to real-life stories from people who collapsed just because they forgot to drink water one morning, to those who recovered miraculously simply by starting a 5-minute meditation each day. I believe each of us, whether we're 40, 60, or 80, deserves a complete morning, a body awakened the right way, and a heart protected quietly but steadfastly. And to do that, you don't need to change your whole life. You just need to restart your mornings the right way, starting today. In this video, I'll share with you 11 simple but incredibly important morning habits, confirmed by studies from the American Heart Association, Harvard University, Mayo Clinic. More importantly, these are the exact habits my own patients have practiced, have recovered with, and have lived more actively since adopting. You'll understand why just one glass of warm water upon waking could save you from a stroke, why a morning hug can calm your heart better than medicine, and why not touching your phone for the first 30 minutes of the day might be the strongest mental remedy you've ever tried, if you're at the age when your body has begun to speak up. If you want to live more actively, more healthfully, and more consciously every morning, then this video is made just for you. And if during this journey you learn something new, or simply feel heard, please hit the like button to support this channel, and subscribe so I can continue to walk with you every week, sharing the kindest lessons for your health and your life. Let's begin. A new morning is waiting for you, and this time, you'll step into it with awareness, intention, and love for yourself. 1. Take your blood pressure medication on time, right after waking up. One of the most overlooked things is actually what could help keep you alive and well for many more years. That's taking your blood pressure medication consistently and on time every morning. I once asked an elderly patient, "Do you take your blood pressure meds?" He nodded right away. But when I asked again, "When do you usually take them?" he replied, "Usually after breakfast, or if I forget, then around noon." Sounds familiar? Maybe you've done the same, thinking, as long as I take it, it's fine. But the truth is, when it comes to blood pressure medication, timing is the key to protecting your brain from an unexpected morning stroke. The European Heart Journal, 2024, states, older adults who take their blood pressure meds at the right time in the morning before eating, before drinking coffee, can reduce their stroke risk by up to 50% compared to those who take them late or irregularly. The reason is simple. After a full night's sleep, your blood pressure naturally starts to rise as your body wakes up. And without the shield of medication taken on time, your blood vessels, already fragile with age, face a sudden surge of pressure. That makes them prone to rupture, blockage, or serious complications. An elderly woman once shared with me after a minor stroke, "I thought I still had time. I felt healthy. I walked. I watched my diet. But that morning, I forgot my medication. And just 15 minutes after getting out of bed, I couldn't lift my right arm." No one ever expects that forgetting a tiny pill could lead to something so big. So tomorrow morning, you can start by placing your medication and a glass of warm water on your bedside table the night before, setting an alarm with a note, blood pressure meds, brain protection, taking your pill right after waking up before getting out of bed. Your body craves regularity, not because it's a rigid rule, but because life itself depends on gentle, consistent care. And if you're caring for elderly parents or loved ones, your morning reminder may be their very first line of defense against stroke. Just one pill, one sip of water, one mindful minute. That might save you from something you could never have seen coming. 2. Drink a glass of warm water. Right? Ordinary, doesn't it? But don't let that simplicity fool you, because the moment you wake up, your body is already in a state of mild dehydration, even if you don't feel it. During 6 to 8 hours of sleep, you're not eating, not drinking, yet you lose fluid through breathing and your skin. That makes your blood slightly thicker, tightens your vessels, and slows the flow to your brain, just when your body is trying to reboot. And that's when silent risks begin to build up. Mayo Clinic's Sleep Hydration Study 2023 revealed mild morning dehydration increases the chance of blood clot formation, the leading cause of stroke in adults over 60. One glass of warm water, taken at the right time, which means while you're still sitting on the bed, can reawaken your body's flow. It thins the blood, supports stable blood pressure, eases the burden on your heart, and most importantly, helps your blood pressure medication, taken moments before, to dissolve and absorb more effectively. One elderly man once told me, "The day I started keeping a water bottle beside my bed, I felt less dizzy when I sat up. My pulse stopped racing, and I realized my body didn't need anything fancy. It just needed to be heard and cared for at the right moment." So tomorrow morning, try this. Prepare a glass of filtered water, warm or room temperature, and place it by your bedside the night before. As soon as you open your eyes, sit up slowly, rest gently against your headboard, and sip it, one small gulp at a time. No sugar, no lemon, nothing added. Just pure water, simple and sincere. That's not just water for the body. It's a small ritual that awakens life. A way for you to say to yourself, "I cherish this body. I begin my day with gentle care." And if this idea resonates with you, share it with your loved ones, because one morning glass of water might be the water of life you give. 3. Add potassium and magnesium-rich foods to your breakfast. Have you ever noticed? Your body is like a symphony. One wrong note, and the whole rhythm of the day feels off. And two of the most silent yet vital notes for heart health are minerals many people are unknowingly low in: potassium and magnesium. Maybe you've never paid much attention to them, but every morning, with every choice you make on your plate, you're either helping your heart breathe easier or placing it under subtle strain. Journal of the American College of Cardiology 2023 reported, older adults who consume enough potassium and magnesium daily have up to 30% lower stroke risk. Why? Potassium helps regulate blood pressure, relax blood vessel walls, and prevent sharp morning spikes. Magnesium helps steady the heartbeat, relax vascular smooth muscles, and reduce clot formation. One of my elderly patients, Mr. Allen, 71, used to suffer from persistent morning hypertension. After adjusting his breakfast to a simple bowl of oatmeal with banana and walnuts every day, paired with warm water and timely medication, he told me, Now my mornings feel smoother. No more pounding heartbeat, no more dizziness when I stand up. That's the power of a good breakfast. So, tomorrow morning, instead of white bread, sausages, or salty cheese, try a banana. Contains around 400 milligrams of potassium. A handful of walnuts, almonds, or pumpkin seeds, all rich in magnesium. Warm cooked oats with unsweetened plant-based milk, chia seeds, and some fresh fruit. Or a slice of avocado on whole grain toast, no added salt, no butter. These choices not only lighten the load on your heart, they also create a steadier, calmer state of mind for the day ahead. Breakfast doesn't need to be fancy, but let it be the gift you give your heart and brain every single day. And if you've ever felt sluggish in the morning or lightheaded when standing, it may be your body quietly signaling a lack of these nutrients. Don't wait for a complication. Start with that first spoonful each morning. 4. Skip the artificial sweeteners in your morning coffee. For many people, morning coffee is a ritual. A quiet moment, a little comfort before the uncertainties of the day begin. And I completely understand that. One of my patients, Ms. Mary, 69, once told me, "I can give up many things, but not my morning coffee with a touch of sweetness." But what few notice is that this touch of sweetness might be silently misleading your body. Harvard School of Public Health 2023 issued a warning. Regular consumption of artificial sweeteners, like aspartame, sucralose, saccharin, can disrupt blood sugar regulation, trigger inflammation in veins, and raise blood pressure risk, especially in the morning. When you add artificial sweeteners to your coffee, even though they contain no calories, your body still believes that sugar is entering the bloodstream, triggering insulin only to be disappointed when no real energy follows. This confusion causes heart rate spikes, blood pressure fluctuations, and an unsteady mood, often without you knowing why. Ms. Mary, after a routine checkup, was surprised to find both her blood sugar and blood pressure unstable, despite avoiding sweets. That's when she realized, so that tiny packet in my coffee had that much of an impact. So tomorrow morning, if you still enjoy your coffee, try drinking it black, pure drip, or lightly diluted. If you prefer a gentler flavor, add a pinch of cinnamon, natural vanilla, or unsweetened plant-based milk. If you really need sweetness, eat a slice of ripe banana on the side, instead of stirring anything into the cup. And if you take blood pressure medication, wait at least 30 to 45 minutes before your coffee, to ensure. Sometimes awareness isn't in what you drink, but in how you choose to treat your body gently from the very first sip. 5. Light movement for 10 minutes after waking up. Imagine a morning like this. You open your eyes, sip warm water, and instead of rushing into the day's demands, you allow your body to awaken slowly, with gentle movement. No jogging, no yoga mat, just 10 minutes of walking around the house, stretching by the window, or simply rolling your wrists, flexing your ankles, like you're quietly saying to yourself, "We're going to walk through another day." Peacefully. Harvard Medical School 2024 found that older adults who engage in light movement in the morning, right after waking, experience better cerebral blood flow, reduce clot risk, and more stable blood pressure for the next 6 hours. One elderly man I cared for, Mr. Richard, 74, had a history of mild strokes. After just 2 weeks of walking around his garden for 10 minutes every morning, he told me, "My mind feels clearer, I'm less irritable, and my blood pressure, it's just calmer." Tomorrow morning, you can begin by sitting up slowly, placing your feet on the floor, and taking a deep breath. Taking a few steps around the room or stepping out to your balcony for air. Doing simple moves, shoulder rolls, arms overhead stretches, gentle knee bends. If you can go outside, soft early sunlight is a double gift for your bones and your spirit. What matters isn't how much you do. It's giving your body a chance to wake up before it carries the weight of the world. You see, after a long night of stillness, blood circulation slows down, joints stiffen, especially in older adults. If you jump out of bed and start walking without any warm-up, you're forcing your heart to work abruptly while it's still asleep. And if you're caring for elderly parents, give them those 10 minutes every morning. It may help prevent sudden dizziness, which, in old age, could lead to falls, injury, and serious complications. Let every morning movement become a ritual of honoring life, because your body, no matter the age, still knows how to recover, as long as you give it a gentle beginning. 6. Meditation or a morning hug. There are mornings when you wake up, and everything is silent. No alarms, no conversation, just stillness, sometimes peaceful, sometimes empty. Have you ever felt that way? In those moments, instead of reaching for your phone or turning on the TV, try pausing. Place one hand over your chest, the other over your belly, and take 3 deep breaths. According to the Journal of Hypertension 2023, just 5 minutes of deep breathing meditation each morning significantly reduces cortisol, the stress hormone, and helps older adults maintain steady blood pressure throughout the day. And per Harvard Neuroscience Review, even a single 20-second hug in the morning increases oxytocin, the bonding hormone, which supports heart health, reduces inflammation, and even boosts immunity. One of my patients, Ms. Helen, 67, who lives alone, once told me, "I place my hand on my heart every morning, close my eyes, and whisper, 'Thank you for still beating.' And honestly, it calms me more than any pill I've ever taken." You don't need to sit cross-legged or light scented candles to meditate. You only need to sit quietly on your bed or chair, close your eyes, inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4, exhale for 4, repeat 3 to 5 times, gently, without force. If someone is near, hold their hand or hug them, just enough to say, "We're still here together." In today's world, what's often labeled as softness may be the strongest thing keeping us grounded. A morning that begins in connection with yourself and with those you love is an invisible but powerful remedy for both your heart and your mind. Will you try it tomorrow morning? Don't let your day begin only with an alarm clock. Let it begin with a moment of stillness, a chance to slow down and love more deeply.
7. Rinsing your mouth with warm salt water. Some habits we perform on autopilot. Washing our face, brushing our hair. But there's one tiny habit, if done with awareness each morning, that can bring profound health benefits, inside and out. Rinsing your mouth with warm salt water. It may sound ordinary, even boring. But sometimes the most ordinary things are the most dependable shields for our health, especially after age 60. According to Mayo Clinic 2023, older adults who rinse with warm salt water each morning experience 40% fewer throat infections, gum inflammation, and dental plaque buildup. And here's the key. A clean, healthy mouth and throat strengthen the entire immune system. An elderly patient once told me, "I no longer gulp down coffee right after waking up. Now, I rinse with warm salt water. It feels like I'm washing away the silence and dust of the night from my throat. It's simple. Prepare a glass, about 200 ml of warm water, not too hot. Add 1/4 teaspoon of pure sea salt. 8. Balanced breakfast. Low salt, high fiber. Notice how your body feels after a long night of sleep, throat dry, mind foggy, heart slow, blood pressure fragile. Now imagine the first thing you eat is instant noodles, processed meat, or salty bread. That quiet strain you're placing on your heart, it adds up. Mayo Clinic 2023 revealed that nearly 30% of strokes in adults over 65 happen within 3 hours of waking. often triggered by salty, fiber-poor breakfasts. 10. Avoid your phone for the first 30 minutes of the day. Imagine this kind of morning. You open your eyes. The room is still quiet. The air feels calm. But instead of taking a deep breath, you reach for your phone, and suddenly, news, messages, images, videos, reminders, ads flood your brain like a storm. Sound familiar? It's happened to me, and to many of my patients. One gentleman in his 60s once told me, "I thought I'd just check messages for 2 minutes, but by the time I looked up, 30 minutes had passed, and I felt anxious, tense, and drained, without even knowing why." American Psychological Association 2023 reported that using electronic devices, especially smartphones, within the first 30 minutes of waking significantly increases anxiety, lowers focus, and overstimulates the nervous system before it's fully awake. For older adults, this overstimulation affects blood pressure, sleep quality from the night before, and mental energy for the entire day. Instead, try this. Keep your phone away from the bed or in airplane mode. After waking, drink water, breathe deeply, enjoy some sunlight, or simply sit in silence. Let your body truly awaken. Write a few journal lines or enjoy breakfast without screens. Those first few minutes are precious. They shape your emotional tone and circadian rhythm. If you give them to quiet, breath, and presence, your energy throughout the day will be lighter, calmer, and stronger. You don't need to quit your phone. You just need to delay it so you don't miss the quiet connection with yourself before connecting with the world. Try giving yourself the first 30 minutes. No screen, no noise. And if it feels hard, that's exactly why it matters.
9. Morning sunlight. Pulse deep breathing for 5 minutes. There's something magical that happens every morning. When the sun slowly rises and pours its first rays through the window, all of nature seems to gently remind us, you're still here. You still have one more day to live fully. But many of us miss that gift. We turn on the lights, wash our face in a rush, sip a quick coffee, and get swept up in the day. When all it really takes is 5 minutes, standing still in natural light, taking a deep breath, to start the day full of energy. According to Harvard Health Publishing 2024, early morning sunlight, before 8 a.m., not only helps the body naturally produce vitamin D, but also resets your internal clock, improves sleep, blood pressure, and your overall mood throughout the day. As for deep breathing, it doesn't require complex techniques. Just 3 to 5 minutes each morning has been proven by the Journal of Integrative Medicine 2023 to activate the parasympathetic nervous system, reduce stress, regulate heart function, and increase oxygen to the brain. I still remember an elderly woman, Mrs. Evelyn, 68, who went through depression after losing her husband. Every morning she would step out onto her balcony, say nothing, and simply breathe. After a few weeks, she told me, "The sunlight makes me feel like I still belong to this world." You can start tomorrow morning with something simple. Open a window or step out onto your balcony. Stand still or sit comfortably, facing the natural light. Inhale deeply through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold it for 4 seconds. Exhale slowly through your mouth for 6 seconds. Repeat this cycle 5 to 10 times. You don't need to worry about doing it right or perfectly. What matters is that you are present, that you recognize you're alive, and that you give your body a peaceful beginning. Do you see? Just one ray of sunlight and one deep breath can calm a heart worn down by worries. And sometimes, that's the simplest way to say to yourself, "Today, I'll slow down a little, but live a little truer." 10. Avoid your phone. During the first 30 minutes of the day, imagine a morning like this. You've just opened your eyes. The room is still quiet. The air is gentle. But instead of taking a deep breath, you reach for your phone, and then The flood of news, messages, images, videos, reminders, ads rushes into your mind like a storm. Have you ever been like that? I have, and so have many of my patients. A man in his 60s once shared with me, "I thought I'd just check my messages for 2 minutes, but by the time I looked up, half an hour had passed, and my mind felt tired, anxious, and unsettled, and I didn't even know why." According to the American Psychological Association 2023, exposure to electronic devices, especially smartphones, within the first 30 minutes after waking significantly increases anxiety levels, reduces focus, and overstimulates the nervous system before it's had a chance to warm up. And for older adults, this directly affects morning blood pressure, the quality of sleep from the night before, and mental energy for the day ahead. Instead, try this. Place your phone away from your bed, or put it in airplane mode. After waking, drink water, take a deep breath, soak in some morning light, or simply sit in silence for a few minutes to feel your body gently waking up. You could write a few lines in a journal, or enjoy breakfast without a screen. The first minutes of the day are precious. They set the tone for your emotions and biological rhythm. If you give them to stillness, to breath, to yourself, then the energy you carry throughout the day will be lighter, calmer, and healthier. You don't need to quit your phone. You just need to delay it a little so you don't miss the chance to connect with yourself before connecting with the world. Try giving the first 30 minutes of your day to yourself. No screens, no noise. And if that feels hard, all the more reason to try. 11. Warm up your palms and soles every morning. Why does this work? After a night of stillness, blood circulation to the limbs, especially hands and feet, slows down. Gently warming these areas each morning not only wakes up the peripheral nervous system, but also stimulates reflex zones that connect to the brain, heart, liver, and kidneys. You may have never thought about this, but just 2 minutes of rubbing your palms and soles each morning can reduce sudden blood pressure spikes and sharpen brain alertness. No coffee needed. Kyoto University, Japan, 2023, found that older adults who massaged their feet every morning for 3 weeks had more stable blood pressure and deeper sleep. Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy reported that morning palm massage activates the parasympathetic nervous system, reduces heart rate, balances autonomic function, and improves brain blood flow. Simple steps at home. For your soles, use both hands to gently rub from heel to toes for 1 to 2 minutes each foot. You can use a warm towel or peppermint oil for added relaxation. For your palms, rub your hands together briskly until warm. Then use your thumbs to press and circle the center of your palms. Do this for about 30 seconds per hand. This simple ritual helps signal your body, we're waking up, we're safe, we're ready. And in just 2-3 minutes, you'll feel the flow from your fingers to your brain, calm, steady, and alive. For your palms, rub your palms together, then use your thumb. Why is this tiny habit worth your time? Because every morning you have the power to wake up your no devices, no medicine, no one else needed, just your own hands. Car. Now let's take a moment to look back on the 11 morning habits we've just explored. They're not complicated. They don't require expensive tools. They only ask for one thing, that you show up for yourself in those first quiet minutes of the day. A glass of warm water, a deep breath, a gentle neck stretch, a bit of sunlight, all are signs of life. And you have someone once asked me, "Doctor, I'm over 70. Is it too late?" I smiled and replied, "If you opened your eyes this morning, it's never too late, because every sunrise is a new chance to he. And if you've already been practicing some of these habits, I truly celebrate you. If you're starting tomorrow, I celebrate no one can care for you better than you."
And health, after all, isn't a goal to chase. It's a journey of being kind to yourself in the smallest of ways. Thank you for being here. If anything I shared today, please hit like and share this video with someone you care about. And if you'd like to receive more weekly reminders, gentle insights, meaningful medical wisdom, and deep lessons for living well, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Because the journey to healthy living after 60 is one we don't have to walk alone.